Late Night with the Devil is a found footage horror film directed by the Cairnes brothers, Cameron and Colin Cairnes, in which we follow the story of Jack Delroy, a 1970s talk show host whose ratings are beginning to tank and who's so desperate that he will do anything to save his show and keep it on the air now. Because of this desperation, Jack Delroy seeks out a list of guests to have on his show surrounding the topics of occultism, divination, witchcraft, exorcism, mediums, and fortune telling for one spooky Halloween special of the Night Owls talk show now. All of these esoteric topics being discussed on his show with a skeptic there to disprove all of these topics. And while this is going on, we soon discover that this is no ordinary night of television, since the evil that Jack invited onto the show is much more real and much more horrifying than anyone could have imagined. Now, the way that this is all presented to you is masterfully made because a majority of this movie takes place at the set of the talk show or right behind the scenes of the talk show. And as you're watching the events unfold, you're pretty much seeing what the audience would have seen on television, so you get the smaller aspect ratio like a 1970s show would have had at the time, which makes you feel like you genuinely are watching just some found deleted footage that was scrapped from the 70s. And they combine this with a black and white wider aspect ratio when you're behind the scenes, when you're up close and personal with Jack and the people that he's talking behind the scenes with, and they swap back and forth as you go throughout this film. Now, Jack Delroy himself is a very interesting figure because he happens to be a member of a secret society, of a secret group who you may have heard of if you're into conspiracy theories, and that is the Bohemian Grove. Now, if you're into esoteric and occultic topics, if you're into conspiracy theories, this is the film for you because it does a deep dive into all of these topics and you get to see behind the veil, behind the curtain of these secret societies. Now, along the way, this film just gets more and more sinister, leading up to an insane finale. I love the ending of this film and what they did with it, and the little hints put in the beginning of this film, throughout this film, up into the end, and it just sort of builds until an exploding finale. And by the time I was done watching this movie, I was absolutely mind blown. I watched this late night, so it felt like I really did have a late night with the devil. I mean, I was shocked by the end of this movie. And the character of Jack Delroy goes from someone just trying to desperately save their show by any means possible, get their ratings back up on television, to the darkness and skeletons in his closet being opened up, and us as the audience getting to see that on display. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and drop a score for this film. I'm going to give Late Night with the Devil on AMC Plus a 9 out of 10. It gets the 9 out of 10. A fantastic film for anyone who's interested in these topics, as we don't really see them explored to this level, and to see certain conspiracies highlighted in this way was amazing to see. I would highly recommend that you check this out and that you let me know your thoughts about this film down in the comment section down below. And before we jump into spoilers, I do want to sign off the video for those who have not seen this film yet. So if you don't know what we do here on Demigod ENT, we do movie reviews, movie reactions, and movie-based content. So if you're interested in any of that, hit subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next video. But for those who stuck around for the spoilers of this film, because I really want to discuss them, I'm not sure when I'll get another chance to. This film touches on the conspiracy of celebrity sacrifices, and that certain A-listers, mainstream celebrities, have sacrificed loved ones to get into their position of power. A really wicked, damning conspiracy theory. One of my personal favorite conspiracies, because sometimes it seems like there's a little something to that, and the character of Jack Delroy happened to be one of these people who sacrificed someone to get into his position of power. That person being his late wife, who died of cancer. In the very beginning of this film, they give a slight hint that she had lung cancer. She never smoked a day in her life. And you're like, okay, you kind of just mental note that as you're watching throughout the film, until you get to the very end where you see him participating in these Bohemian Grove owl rituals, and realize that he essentially sold his wife's soul, sold the life of his wife away to be a big talk show host, which is fucking insane and was extremely disturbing to see that scene in the hospital. My goodness. The Cairnes brothers, they really snapped with this film. And for the end of the film, right, where the devil finally comes out, that was an insane part of this film too. I love the different moments that Jack's having to relive in his life as the devil sort of plays with him and kind of fulfills Jack Delroy's contract with the devil, where you now have to reap what you sow by the end, and him having to kill the guest on his show. Absolutely insane. I really enjoyed watching this one. This will definitely be a film that I revisit. Again, let me know your thoughts down below. And hey guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.